Hi, welcome to Midnight Messages. And as you guys know, my name is Stacy. We're gonna take it down a little bit. We're gonna be a little more level today, probably, with everything that's been going on. I'm a spiritual person, I'm not religious, all right? I don't subscribe to one religion, but I do tend to wear the tree of life because I believe every human being on this planet deserves unconditional love and kindness, even people that have hurt you. I know I don't know why I do that, but with everything I've been through and all the trauma that I've been through in my life and everything that I've gone through and that I've seen personally, I can tell you from a place of love for myself and others, something's wrong with this world. Something's not right. All right? And I need to explain something. Now, remember when I said I'm spiritual, I'm not religious? I have read almost every religious text known to mankind. All right? And all religions except for one are correct, yet all of them are wrong. You need to read every single text to get the full picture, because Jesus runs through almost every religion. God, the one true God, all right? That God is in every religion, whether it be called a different name or God is in every religion. Jesus is in every religion. Moses makes it through multiple religions. Okay? Now, hear me out. If all of these run through all the religions of the entire world, all these beings, characters, people, or like God is a being, Jesus is a person, Moses was a person, all right? If all of these things run through multiple religions, it deems to say that this account of history, which is basically what these religious texts are, they're accounts of history. These accounts of history, this person traveled all over the entire world, all right? From this continent to that continent, all right? They were everywhere. If every religion has this specific being, person, character, whatever. Now, to get the full picture of the life of this person, you have to read every single religious text there is in humanity. And I'm not saying that like, oh, I've read all the texts and I know the answers. I don't know the answers, but I do know that there's one truth. One truth. And there is one God. And that God rules all the religions. Yes. There's one God and there is one truth. The one truth, and I'm going to tell you this again because I've told you this before, is to live your life from a place of unconditional love for yourself and for those around you. In other words, you live now from your heart. You make your decisions from a place of love for yourself. You're not making that decision. Okay, let's say I may use an easy thing, and it's not even going to have to do with spirituality. You make decisions for yourself Everyday decisions for yourself from a place of love for yourself. So instead of saying, oh, I got to eat this salad because I'm fat and I want to get thinner, you say, I get to eat this salad to fuel my body correctly because I love myself. And the results will be that I am also healthier in a thinner body. That's easy. That has nothing to do with even spirituality. All right? That's making the switch in unconditionally loving yourself, because some people are like, how do you unconditionally love yourself? I'm going to give you examples. I'm going to give you examples how you can unconditionally love yourself and make decisions and choices that are good for you from a place of love rather than a place of hate. Okay? Because if you make a decision from a place of hate, it's not going to stick. No matter how good that decision is, i.e. eating the salad. If you made that decision because you're fat and you want to get thin because right now you're fat and you hate how you look, yeah. 9 times out of 10, that's a deprivation decision. And that decision is going to cause you to then probably go and eat something later on that day or that week that's not so good for you. Where if you make that decision from a space of love for yourself, like I said before, you get to eat the salad because you are taking care of your body and loving yourself. Okay? And that salad, those vegetables you chopped with love. You made sure that that was done with love. And you're doing it because you love you. The results are going to be long-lasting. And your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your love for yourself is going to increase. All right? Which means that more decisions throughout the day, the more you focus and become present with yourself and make your everyday decisions out of a place of love instead of a place of hate, the more you're going to see that love spread out into your entire world, into your entire life. And that was the true teachings of Jesus. Jesus showed you through actions, Yeshua showed you through actions how to unconditionally love everyone. Even the tax collector, even the prostitute, even the liar, even the thief. And to act from a place of unconditionally loving himself. When he would go to the tents, he would fast. He would do these things for himself, for God, for himself. This person runs through every single religion that teaches unconditional love and peace and harmony. But some of these texts have been used to incite wars and violence, and therefore the word God has been demonized in some places. Some people see God as the actual devil. What? The being of light and unconditional love is seen as the actual devil that causes terror and destruction. The problem with humans, the reason why there is evil is because evil exists. Evil has to exist for you to know true, pure goodness. All right? Seriously. There are evil people. Do you know how I know? I was a child and I was introduced to a demon, a monster. Evil exists. Evil takes your light. Evil dims your light. Evil sets you on a different path. You have choices when it comes to evil things that have been done to you. You can take that trauma, abuse, and shame and everything. You can take that and you can inflict the same thing on more people. Because, hurt people hurt people. Isn't that what they all say? Hurt people hurt people. Or you can take that pain and that hate and that anger, because you know how it feels. You know how it feels because it was inflicted on you. And you can turn it and decide that you never ever want to do that to another person ever in your life. And you can actively make choices, because we have free will, which means we have choices. You can actively make choices in your life that reflect you never wanting to put that pain on another person. Or you can stay with the old adage of hurt people and just keep hurting everyone around you because you felt pain. So now you're going to make everyone else feel pain. Seems kind of dumb to me. Seems kind of dumb to go around hurting people, especially if you know what it feels like to be hurt that way. To go and do the same thing to another person and continue that down the line. Dude, no. Hurt people because that's what you tell them. Honestly. Because I could have gone that road many times. In fact, I have hurt people intentionally because I was hurt. And that's what I knew. And I didn't understand the depth of my choices at those times. I didn't understand that I was making a choice to do that. Hurt people. I didn't think it was a choice. So, but as I grew, as I read more texts, as I learned more spiritual teachings, as I dove further and further and further down that spiritual rabbit hole, it's not a rabbit hole. If the same person shows up in multiple religions, and that person more than likely did exist. Think about it. Just hear me out. If the same person shows up in ancient religious texts over and over and over and over and over and over, that specific person more than likely existed at one point in time. Makes sense, right? Because how could the whole world know about one person? How could the whole world, every religion, make up one person? The same one person. How could they? Think for yourself. Don't think what you've been told to think. Think for yourself. If that one person and their teachings made it through all of every single religion, that one person had to exist. Jesus existed. I'm not doubting that. I don't doubt that. I just doubt how religions have twisted the word of Jesus and the teachings of Jesus in order to profit and make people demonize other people. All right? The teachings of Jesus didn't fucking do that, dude. Seriously. Jesus preached basically love all people unconditionally as if they were you. As if they love everyone like you would love God. God is there. God is above. God is great. God is love. Okay? Love everyone as if they were you and like you love God. This is the main underlying aspect of his teachings. Love yourself unconditionally. Love God unconditionally. First love God unconditionally. Then love yourself unconditionally. And then that love of yourself, then spread that around to all the people that you come across. Dude, people call hate a virus. I swear love is more contagious. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I own a Bible. I own a Book of Mormon. I own many religious teachings and texts. And I'm telling you, I'm actually begging you, choose unconditional love. Make your choices from a place of unconditional love. Stop making hate-filled choices, especially for yourself and the people that you love in your life. Stop making hate-filled choices. Make decisions from a space of unconditional love. This is the one truth. If you live your life from a space of unconditional love and you spread unconditional love, that same love is going to come back to you. Jesus died to make that happen. Because of his death, God itself, God, the God source, was able to understand what it was like to lose a child to pure hate and insanity. This world right now is splitting. Oh, it's splitting. It's been splitting. But right now, oh my God, are we splitting? And it's not a split between left versus right or black and white. It's not that kind of split anymore. This divide now is good people, good citizens of the world that do good things with their lives against bad, evil, horrific monsters, demons. This is not a war waged with your skin. This is a war waged in your spiritual beliefs and your actions. Don't take vengeance on the people that have hurt you. If you're in the opportunity to have vengeance on the people that have hurt you, trust me, I know, karma. Karma will get these people. Karma will help you. Karma will come. Karma will eventually unfold. She can take decades, sometimes centuries, but it happens. But you don't have to lift a finger in negativity. People get what they deserve energetically. Don't even pray for their don't pray for their demise. Pray for them to no longer be a worry in your life. Pray for them to know that they're loved. Pray for them to find respect for themselves and love for themselves, because you know that if they're acting out like that, they don't love themselves, because if they did, they would never hurt another human being. That's it. If people truly love themselves unconditionally, they would never hurt another living human. If you truly believed in any of the teachings of Jesus or Yeshua, whatever, I'm not a perfect person. I speak the way I speak, and I'm sorry I have the accent that I have. Anyway. Nobody is perfect. Everybody sins. Yet in those sins, you have choices, you have free will, and you can make the decision for yourself from a place of unconditional love. What is going to be the most loving action towards myself? And then what is going to be the most loving action not only for myself, but for those around me? Okay? If we learn to love ourselves, we learn to heal ourselves. And in healing ourselves from all that pain and past and traumatic event after event after event, you help heal the world. Because we are the world. We are one, yet we are separate. When you change your actual vibration from a place of hate and anger and pain and discontent and sorrow, even moving up through grief, because grief is just love that doesn't know where to go because you've lost someone. That is love stuck in your body that you are not able to share with that person that you've lost. That's what grief is. It took me so long to realize that because I lost my son's father. It'll be 10 years in October. I lost my son's father. And grief, sorrow, pain, all of that was with me for so long. But now I realize that grief, when it comes up, It's just love in me that doesn't have a way out anymore. So I give it to God. God is unconditional love. You can give that pain of grief because it is love. It just love that hurts your heart because that person's not there to share it with. So you give that to God. God can send it to them. It took me a long time to realize that. It took me a long time to realize that loving myself was making choices that were good for me. No matter what they were the most loving choice at that point in time for me. And to be conscious in my daily decisions and choices. To be conscious and know that I was making the most loving choice for myself. And that allows me to spread love and positivity to the people around me. And you're part of that community. So from now on, I'm going to do videos kind of like this. Because spirituality, man, people don't talk about it enough. And the fact that all religions kind of coincide and make one world religion, and they all cover different aspects of the teachings of Jesus. Not enough people talk about that. I told you, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. There's a difference. But I do believe in the teachings of Jesus. I do. 100% believe in the teachings of unconditional love through actions and choices. I believe that you can demonstrate unconditional love for the people around you by existing, by sharing, by caring, and by loving unconditionally. Everyone. Debates are supposed to happen, and people shouldn't have to die for saying what they believe in. I've been too scared for too long. I'm done. I'm done being silent. So, this is my extension to you to open the conversation about unconditional love, even spirituality, and even Jesus. You want to talk about Jesus? Go ahead. Talk about Jesus. Talk about God. I love it. Seriously. It's spreading more positivity. So, do it. Do it. Like I said, I'm not religious, so you're not going to convert me. Trust me. I'm not religious. I am spiritual, though. So, and like I said, I told you, I believe in the teachings of Jesus Christ. So, yes. I just can't subscribe to one specific religion because they all have good aspects to them. They all have bad aspects too. So I can't subscribe to one religion when you need all of them to get a complete view of the world's ideologies. Honestly. And that is my opinion. That is how I feel. That is me in a nutshell when it comes to spirituality versus religion. It's all about unconditional love. Once you start making conscious choices for yourself from a place of unconditional love, then you can spread that to other people. And when you are able to spread that to other people and you see smiles instead of scowls, and you see heartfelt thank yous and positivity where there used to be negativity, and your life starts to actually change, you're no longer stuck. You're welcome. You did that for you. I gave you the push. You jumped. I was just here. I told you something. You ran with it. You went through the marathon. You completed that journey. Healing isn't linear. Unconditional love doesn't follow a freaking pattern. It's just positivity. Here you go. Some positive energy for you. Peace, love, and happiness. I love you guys. And if you stayed down for the ride and you caught my vibe and you want to be part of my tribe, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I need more subscribers. Please, please. I need more subscribers. I need more of you to see me. Please. Love you. Love you guys. As always, love you guys, and peace.